Hi, I'm Dymphna. Today I wanted to talk about the shadow and the shadow self. So this is only a brief conversation. It's a massive, massive topic. It was kind of investigated and by Carl Jung and psychologist, psychotherapist, and basically it is that part of ourselves that kind of lies dormant. So within us there's always opposites, so there's the light, the dark, and we explore this in shamanism and also in psychology, and you know in various different modalities look at this in various different ways, but this is how I look at it. So within us there's light and dark, there's a masculine and feminine energy, and there is the shadow as well. And some people are fearful of it because that's that part of ourselves that's perhaps not particularly as positive as we want it to be. But also some people look at it as our higher self, because what the shadow does is it's when, for example, we behave in a way that is not particularly what we would consider positive. So imagine if you're coming through the door and your partner's there and they're being all lovely, hi, how are you, if you had a good day at work, and because you've had a terrible commute home and perhaps something's happened at work and you snap at them, and you know it's not because of them, so that part of you comes out to basically show that there's something going on, something's wrong. And it also manifests itself when there is healing to be done that we don't even know. So it could be, for example, that as a child you're constantly told by your main caregivers, perhaps by other children at school or anybody, you know, at that young age, that perhaps you weren't good enough. So if somebody does something that triggers you to make you think you're not good enough, it comes out, it doesn't like it, you know, it's like, oh, you know, if someone can say the slightest thing and you think, oh my God, that means that what I've done isn't good enough, and you might just snap or you might behave in a certain way. So some people call the shadow part of your higher self because it actually is showing you where the healing needs to be done. And this is how I work with my clients. And the way to kind of look at this is to be really self-aware, and then you can kind of look at the healing or work with someone that can help you heal whatever it is in the past, so that your shadow can kind of go to sleep for a bit, knowing that that part of your healing is done. And the reason why it's so important is it can affect your relationships, you know, in with your partner, with your family, in your work life, and also in your business. And so because if we don't think we're good enough, somehow deep down inside, because we've got that belief system in place, we can't manifest anything that's good enough, because we only manifest and create what we are. So once we do the healing, then we can create whatever we desire, basically. And of course we will continue to heal. It's like an onion, so it's like an onion, and we do one layer and then we'll do enough for this part, and then there'll be another layer and another layer. So the higher self basically is, I think, something to be grateful for, because then it shows you where the healing needs to be done. And once we do that, we can then take the next step on our soul journey and create what we desire. Have a wonderful day. And if you're wondering why I'm in this, it's because it's absolutely freezing here in Kent.